In all voodoo ceremonies, the first thing you do is give your prayers to Bon Dieu. He is the supreme being. Without his consent, nothing is possible. After that, you deal with the first family of Loas, which is the Rada family. This is the family of Loas that came from Africa before the slave ships arrived in the Caribbean. The Loas from this family are more deep-rooted in their original traditions of voodoo. The Rada family of Loas descend from royal African families, elements of nature like lightning and thunder, and majestic animals. These Loas give knowledge and guidance, and they are considered more calmer than the second family of Loas, which are the Petro Loas that come from war and the turmoils of slavery. Now let's talk about the Met Tet. What is the Met Tet? Before we get into the Loa of the Rada family, let's talk about the Met Tet. The Met Tet is the master of the head. This is the Loa that has been with you since birth. This spirit has been giving you protection and guidance throughout your life, whether you know it or not. In order to find out who is your Met Tet, you have to get in touch with a Hogan or a Mambo. This is the person who will let you know who has been walking by your side from the invisible world. Now let's talk about the Loas. Number 1. Papa Legba. Papa Legba is the gatekeeper between the two worlds, the visible and the invisible. Before you communicate with any Loas, you have to reach out to Papa Legba. He is the one that can give you permission to proceed on. He is one that can speak all human and non-human languages. He has a great sense of humor, and he is also known as a trickster. Papa Legba loves animals, and he is always seen with dogs. Papa Legba is one of the most famous Loas. He is always seen in pop culture. He is an old man that walks with a cane, a top hat on his head, and he dresses like a ragamuffin. Papa Legba's origin goes back to the Dahomey Kingdom in West Africa. Even when you communicate with the Loas from the Petro family, you have to deal with Papa Legba first. The only entity you reach out to before Papa Legba is Bon Dieu, which is the Most High. Before any voodoo ceremony or communication with the Loas, you have to say your prayers to Bon Dieu. Number 2. Marasa. Marasa are the ancient child twins. They are named Cosmos and Damien. Their childlike innocence make them speak truth with no discretion. These twins expect a lot of attention and affection. They like to be spoiled. The Marasa twins love to relate to children. When there are children at the ceremony, you should observe how they act to correlate if the Marasa twins are happy or sad. When you communicate with the twins through your altar, it's a good idea to leave stuff like candy and toys to show respect to the twins. These Loas are all about imagination, enjoyment, emotions, and protection. You have to do whatever it takes to satisfy these Loas. They need to be treated like you would treat your own children or any child in the community. When you show these Loas love, you will be rewarded with joy and happiness. Number 3. Papa Loco. Papa Loco is the first high priest of voodoo. This Loa is highly regarded by Hogans and Mambos, which are voodoo priests and priestesses. Papa Loco is all wise and righteous. He will show you the right path to travel when you need guidance. He is strict and knows and follows all the rules of the voodoo practice. Some say he lives in the Poto Matan, which is the pole in the middle of the ceremony that connects the earth and the heavens. Papa Loco is known to shake a sacred rattle, and he is a master herbal healer. He is very serious about the rules and regulations of the priesthood. When one is physically ill, the Hogan or Mambo will communicate with Papa Loco for a remedy. Papa Loco also believes if your conduct is corrected, your illness will be healed. All the participants of a ceremony must be on their best behavior when Papa Loco joins the event. Number 4. Dambala Wedo. Dambala Wedo is known as the Big White Snake. He is considered to be the first creation of Bon Dieu. He is the one that created all living things in the universe and on earth. Since he is so ancient, he does not speak. He had the ability to create all living things because he can exist in water as well as land. His nature is pure and clean. So when a person is possessed by Dambala Wedo, you can't touch that person if you have dirty hands. The big white snake is kind, compassionate, and patient. He has a deep understanding of the human experience and the experience of all living things. When you want to serve him through your altar, you should put foods that are white on the surface. Foods like coconut, potatoes, and rice are great offerings. Dambala Wedo is the lower you want to communicate with when you are going through emotional and mental problems like depression, anxiety, laziness, and fear. Number 5. Sobo and Bade. Sobo and Bade are brothers who are ancestors of royalty of the Dahomean kingdom in Africa. These brothers represent thunder and lightning. They are military generals. Their mentality and culture is strict, sharp, and militant. These lowers are invited when it's time for war. The war does not have to involve guns and violence. It could be a war within yourself, a battle in the family, or a conflict in the community that needs resolution. Offerings are given to these lowers for serious issues. Their communications must be taken seriously. They could give good diplomatic guidance to avoid unnecessary conflict. The best military generals are victorious with minimal collateral damage. What is the point of going to war when the spoils are destroyed? The type of stuff you could put on your altar that can make these brothers happy could be a compass, a knife, and a cup of water. The conclusion. One of the main aspects of voodoo is to serve the lowers. It is important to have a relationship with the lowers. With the blessing of Bon Dieu, the lowers can assist and guide you through life. In Haiti, there's a saying that goes, some are Catholic, some are Christian, some are other religions, but all are voodoo. We talked about 5 lowers from the Rada family. In future videos, we'll talk about more from this family and other families. Thanks for checking out this manifesto. Supreme Moonbeam. Peace.